right, let's talk about the ultimate magic trick. Picture this. You create a global phenomenon, not just a movie, a cultural reset. You paint the entire world pink. You shatter box office records like they're cheap glass. You become the most recognizable face on the planet for an entire year. The world is your oyster. Every script, every director, every studio is banging down your door. And what do you do at the absolute dizzying peak of your power? You vanish. Poof, gone. I'm talking, of course, about Margot Robbie. Remember the summer of 2023? Of course you do. You couldn't escape it. Barbie was everywhere. Your grandma was wearing a pink feather boa. Your tough-as-nails uncle was humming I'm Just Ken. The internet was a tidal wave of pink memes. Margot Robbie wasn't just in a movie, she was the culture. And then silence, radio silence. No new projects announced, no talk show appearances, no paparazzi shots of her grabbing a coffee. It was like she reached the summit of Mount Everest and just decided to teleport back to base camp, leaving everyone wondering, wait, what just happened? Well, the magician has finally returned to the stage. On August 20th, the smoke cleared, the curtains parted, and there she was, stepping onto a red carpet in LA. And let me tell you, this wasn't the Barbie you remember. Gone were the bright pinks and the cheerful pastels. This was a whole new era. She rolled up in this stunning, sheer black mini dress with a corset top, looking like she could command a boardroom or a secret spy agency with a single glance. It was sleek, it was powerful, it was unapologetically chic. She was there with Colin Farrell, who always looks like he knows a charming secret, to promote their new movie, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. And just like that, the internet collectively lost its mind. Because this wasn't just another red carpet appearance. This was a statement. This was the first time we've seen her in this capacity since she and her husband, the brilliant and perpetually low-key Tom Ackerley, welcomed their first child, a baby boy, back in November. In true Margot and Tom fashion, they've kept things super private. We don't have a name, we don't have a million sponsored baby food posts on Instagram. They just quietly, and I have to respect the heck out of this, went and started their family away from the absolute circus of Hollywood. Now, her stepping away wasn't a total mystery. She actually told us she was going to do it. Back in 2023, right in the middle of the Barbie mania hurricane, she told Deadline, and I quote, "I also think everyone's probably sick of the sight of me for now. I should probably disappear from screens for a while." And when I first heard that, I remember thinking two things. First, no, we are absolutely not sick of the sight of you. And second, wow, that is an incredibly smart, self-aware, and powerful move. Think about it. In an industry that thrives on overexposure, where celebrities are terrified of being forgotten if they aren't posting on social media every 5 minutes, she did the opposite. She reached the pinnacle of fame, and instead of trying to desperately cling to it, she took a step back to let the work speak for itself, and more importantly, to live her life. That's not just a career move, that's a power move. It's a level of confidence that you just don't see every day. She knew the Barbie wave was so massive that it could have easily typecast her forever. If she had immediately jumped into another big, bubbly role, she would have been Barbie for the rest of her life. But by disappearing, she created a vacuum, a sense of anticipation. She let the world miss her. And guess what? It worked. Let's rewind for a second and truly appreciate the scale of what she stepped away from. The Barbie movie wasn't just a hit. It was a statistical anomaly, a cultural earthquake. We're talking about a movie that made over $1.4 billion worldwide. It became the highest-grossing film in Warner Brothers' 100-year history. Let that sink in. 100 years of movies. Batman, Harry Potter, The Lord of the Rings, and a movie about a doll, produced by and starring Margot Robbie, came out on top. And she wasn't just the star who showed up and said her lines. This was her baby. Her production company, LuckyChap Entertainment, which she co-founded with Tom Ackerley and their friends, was the driving force behind getting this movie made. They were the ones who saw the potential when everyone else probably saw a cheesy toy commercial. They brought on Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, two of the most respected indie darlings in Hollywood, to write and direct. It was a genius move. It signaled to everyone that this wasn't going to be a shallow, plastic story. It was going to have depth, humor, and a whole lot of heart. I remember the skepticism before it came out. People were sarcastic. A Barbie movie? Really? What's it going to be about? Picking out a new dream house? And Margot and her team just smiled and let the marketing machine go to work. And what a machine it was. The pink billboards, the brand collaborations, the architectural digest tour of the Barbie dream house. It was inescapable, but in a fun way. It was an event. And at the center of it all was Margot, perfectly embodying the role with a mix of sincerity and a knowing wink. She didn't just understand the assignment, she was the assignment. So to walk away from that, the Oscar nominations, the endless praise, the status as the new queen of Hollywood, takes guts. It shows that she's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. She wasn't just thinking about her next paycheck, she was thinking about the next decade of her career. She was protecting her brand, her sanity, and her art. And that's what makes her return so exciting. Look at the project she chose. A big, bold, beautiful journey. It's not Barbie 2 Ken's Revenge. It's not another massive 4-quadrant blockbuster. It's described as a romantic fantasy. The director is Kogonada, a filmmaker known for quiet, thoughtful, and visually stunning indie films like Columbus and After Yang. This is an artist's choice. It's a signal that she's here to do interesting work, to stretch your acting muscles, and to continue to surprise us. Pairing her with Colin Farrell, another actor who effortlessly bounces between huge blockbusters and weird, wonderful indie films, is just the cherry on top. This is a movie for people who love movies. This move is so consistent with her entire career trajectory. People might forget, but she's been strategically building this path for years. After she exploded onto the scene in The Wolf of Wall Street, it would have been so easy for her to be typecast as the bombshell. Hollywood would have thrown millions at her to play that same role over and over again. And she did a few of those, but then she immediately pivoted. She started LuckyChap. Why? Because she was tired of waiting for great roles for women to come along. She decided to create them herself. And look at what they've produced. I, Tonya, which got her a Best Actress Oscar nomination and completely reinvented her image from a bombshell to a transformative character actress. They produced Promising Young Woman, a film so bold and necessary it defined a cultural conversation and won an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. They produced Saltburn, the most chaotic, talked about, and beautifully twisted movie of last year. LuckyChap isn't just a vanity project, it's one of the most exciting and relevant production companies in Hollywood right now. They take risks, they champion unique voices, and they make stuff that gets people talking. And Margot Robbie is right at the heart of it, not just as a face, but as a savvy, intelligent producer who understands the industry from the inside out. So when she took that break, it wasn't just an actress taking a vacation. It was a CEO, a creative force, and a new mother taking a well-deserved and strategically brilliant pause. She was recharging, focusing on her family, and letting the noise of Barbie die down so she could come back and remind everyone of her range. And let's talk about the fashion on this return. That black dress? It's more than just a dress. It's a palette cleanser. For a year, we saw her in a kaleidoscope of pinks, yellows, and sparkles. She fully committed to the Barbie persona on every single press tour, a tactic that was both brilliant marketing and a performance in itself. Now she steps out in this sharp, sophisticated, all-black ensemble. The message is clear. Barbie is on the shelf. Margot Robbie, the actor, the producer, the powerhouse, is back in the building. I honestly have so much admiration for the way she and Tom Ackerley navigate their lives. They met on a film set where he was an assistant director. They were friends and roommates before they even started dating. They built a company together. They got married in a secret ceremony back in Australia. They've built this incredible empire together, all while seeming like two genuinely cool, down-to-earth people who'd rather be at a pub with their friends than at a flashy Hollywood party. Their decision to keep their child completely out of the spotlight is just another extension of that. In a world where celebrity kids have their own clothing lines before they can walk, they've chosen privacy. They've chosen normalcy. And that choice in itself makes them feel more real, more relatable, even as their professional success reaches stratospheric levels. It's a reminder that behind the larger-than-life movie star is a real person building a real life. So her return isn't just about a new movie. It's the beginning of a new chapter. This is post-Barbie Margot. She has nothing left to prove. She's already conquered the box office. She's already proven herself as a dramatic actress. She's already built a successful production empire. Now she gets to do whatever she wants. And her first choice is an imaginative fantasy film with one of the most interesting directors working today. That tells me everything I need to know. We weren't sick of the sight of you, Margot. Not even close. We were just eagerly waiting to see what a creator at the absolute top of her game with complete creative freedom and a new perspective on life was going to do next. And I, for one, cannot wait to go on this big, bold, beautiful journey with her. The Queen is back, and her reign is just getting started. Welcome back, Margot. We missed you.
And so here we are, standing at the edge of something new, something thrilling. Margot Robbie's return isn't just another celebrity comeback. It's a masterclass in control, in timing, in the art of narrative. Think about it. She conquered the industry's highest mountain with Barbie, then stepped away at the exact right moment, leaving us hungry for more. That's not luck. That's intention. That's vision. What makes this moment so exciting is that it feels fresh, unpredictable. She's not chasing another billion-dollar franchise, not recycling the pink dream. Instead, she's carving out a new path, one rooted in artistry, bold storytelling, and risk-taking. A big, bold, beautiful journey isn't just the title of her next film. It's a perfect metaphor for the phase of life and career she's entering. It's romantic, it's daring, and it's distinctly hers. And let's not forget what she represents beyond the screen. Margot Robbie is more than